Vettel bitte zu uns. Schauen, kurz.
Down this way. That's it, guys. Looking up, looking round. Cheers, guys. Looking up, Mark. Cool. Mark, you stay there. Press the tickets. Mark up here. Okay, guys.
Vettel bitte nochmal. Danke.
Bitte was? Ich denke, wir haben uns früh genug festgelegt und wussten genau, dass wir den ersten Test nicht mitnehmen werden. Und ich glaube, dass wir trotzdem die Zeit noch sehr gut nutzen können. Und ich hoffe, dass unser Auto dann dementsprechend auch gelungen ist und von Anfang an ja, schnell genug und auch standfest ist. Unsere Boxenstopps fallen deutlich kürzer aus, also es darf nicht mehr nachgetankt werden. Und von daher kommen wir nur noch rein, um die Reifen zu wechseln. Wie oft wird sich noch zeigen dieses Jahr. Und es ist natürlich ein ganz neues Gefühl. Man fängt das Rennen an mit einem relativ schweren Auto. Also für den Laien ist es vielleicht ja, schwer nachzuvollziehen. Aber wenn wir sagen wir, mit einem vollen Tank losfahren, ist es ein ganz anderes Fahrgefühl, als wenn das Auto dann leer ist. Und das wird mit Sicherheit noch was Besonderes, eine Umstellung für alle. Aber ich glaube, jetzt haben wir doch ein paar Tage Tests, um uns dran zu gewöhnen. Fürs Team ja, fällt beim Boxenstopp ein bisschen Arbeit weg, aber die Zeit natürlich ist jetzt viel enger, weil es kommt jetzt auf das Team noch mehr drauf an, dass man in der Box eben auch keine Zeit verliert. Die Reifen werden, ja, ich denke, so in 3 Sekunden gewechselt und ja, da gibt es kein Verzeihen mehr. Also früher hatte man ja noch den Tankrüssel drauf und konnte sich vielleicht den einen oder anderen Haken erlauben beim Reifenwechseln. Das geht jetzt nicht mehr. Also ich glaube, für alle wird es ein bisschen schwerer und ist auf jeden Fall was Neues dieses Jahr. Ja, Michael kommt zurück, ist mit Sicherheit was Besonderes für alle von uns, vor allem für die jungen Fahrer. Die Chance, nochmal gegen den Rennfahrer schlechthin Rennen zu fahren. Er wird nicht jünger, aber ich glaube, er weiß genau, was er tut. Es gibt nur ein Ziel, einen Platz besser abzuschließen als letztes Jahr. A lot of work and a lot of effort has gone into the car, so it looks very nice, and I hope it is as fast as it looks. Well, obviously the biggest difference is that we are not allowed to refuel anymore, so the pit stops will be quite a bit shorter. Obviously it's very important for us, the drivers, to handle the car in both with full tank and with empty tank, so in both conditions. And for the team, obviously when the race is on, the pit stop is very crucial. There's not a lot of time. Obviously a tire change goes much quicker than the refueling used to go, so we will see. I think it will be something new for all of us, drivers and the teams. A lot of things to learn, but I think we've got some time now to prepare, so let's see how we will do in the first race. We committed very early to Jerez, and we knew that we will not do Valencia, so the decision has been made quite a long time ago. So of course it's not an advantage, but I think there's no disadvantage as well. I think we know how good we have to use the next couple of days, how important they are, so I think we are prepared. Michael is coming back. Of course it's something special for all of us, for all the drivers, especially for the young drivers. So we will see. I think you know, he has obviously a lot of experience. He doesn't get younger, but I think he's still fit enough. There is nothing but winning the World Championship.
We're very excited about the new car, obviously, and there's many good things to look forward to in the new championship. So we've got a lot of continuity in the team. Obviously, Renault staying with the engines, and also driver-wise, we're very stable. So we hope this will give us a good advantage in the first part of the championship. We had to adapt, obviously, for the fuel situation, which is a lot of fuel, and obviously some small aerodynamic changes, which every team is doing with a new car. Yeah, you've got to do the whole race, obviously, with one tank of fuel. So we need to be looking at the tyres and making sure we understand them. Strategies are going to be a bit different, of course, with the pit stops will be probably a bit faster, and so yeah, there's a few things to change from a driver and team side, but we will adapt fast. Michael is a clever guy. He's not going to do anything that he's not ready for. I think he will be very competitive for sure. maybe this year we need to have we have a German championship race because there's so many drivers, so many Germans on the grid, but yeah, he will do okay. Always we were going to miss the first test because we focused more on the time of the design of the car, and we hope that, well, I know it won't really affect the outcome of the World Championships because a few days testing here and there, of course it might make a bit of a difference, but I don't think it would be the whole difference to make the championships. Well, to do better than last year, you know, finish 4th in the Drivers' Championship, which was pretty good, but of course there's always room for improvement, so I want to be even more consistent, better results, more wins, and go for that.
Well, it's a combination of a huge amount of hard work over the winter. It's been by far our tightest schedule and car build with RB6, but the factory have done an unbelievable job. The car is a stunning outcome. It's an evolution of RB5, and delighted to see the car in the flesh today. The biggest challenge is the abolishment of refueling, so cars are going to be starting with 160, 170 kilos of fuel in the car, which is something that the teams and drivers haven't experienced for almost 20 years. So that's got its own challenges, and obviously we've got a new front tyre this year as well, a smaller front tyre, and that creates some differences as well. So there's some big engineering challenges, but the team have been working hard over the winter to try and understand them. Well, the tyre stops are going to be much faster, so you're going to probably be looking at sub 3-second pit stops, which is going to be a really exciting spectacle. Managing the fuel load is going to be interesting. Starting the race on the set of tyres you qualify, there's going to be an element of strategy, looking after your tyres, with that. So there's some really interesting aspects, and plus with the competition, Michael Schumacher coming back, it's going to be a very exciting year. We finished runner-up in both driver and constructor last year. The target and goal is to win the championship. We've got some massive opponents, but we're going to do our very best to achieve it.
The car's an evolution of last year's car. We obviously had to adapt to the regulation changes, the main one being no refuelling, which of course means we've had to almost double the size of the fuel tank, and that's a straightforward packaging exercise, making the chassis a bit longer, a bit wider, trying not to compromise the cooling too much, because of course in making the chassis wider the radiators become narrower, so that's a little bit of a juggling act. Another fundamental change compared to last year is that RB5 wasn't designed to suit a double diffuser. Once that became legal, then we had to adapt RB5 and we adapted without changing the engine, the gearbox or suspension. This time around, of course, we've been able to design a gearbox and suspension to suit a double diffuser right from the start, and that's meant we've been able to optimise the double diffuser a bit more. Wind tunnel is still very important. We now use CFD, which is computational fluid dynamics. Effectively, it's aerodynamics by computer. It's an electronic simulation rather than a physical simulation, and we use that more and more for ideas to understand how the flow is. But the wind tunnel is still the ultimate decider of what goes on the car and what doesn't. This year, of course, you leave the pits on the same weight of fuel as you came in, so you'll always be quicker after the pit stop. You've got new tyres but the same weight.
Ja, irgendwo.